Alrighty, we're going to use some MC cable here, and we're going to add an outlet next to the sink here so we can plug in like a toaster oven or a coffee pot. Here in the country I was born in, we use 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the berry of the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop, or that's 110, 120 volt, or in a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So I'll show you how to strip this MC cable. I'm going to leave plenty of wire in here because I have to take our ground wire and go to our, okay, we're going to tighten this as tight as we can here. We'll turn this little handle here till it's turning freely. There it is, it's turning free. I'll tighten this a little bit more because it wasn't quite tightened all the way. Okay, there it is. It went all the way through there. So we just loosen this up. For some reason, it didn't go all the way through, so we have to do it again. So we're going to go up a little bit here. See, I have it in the little groove here in the MC cable. So I go up all the way. Now I turn it like this, and I just keep going until it turns freely. Okay, there it is. It's turning freely. So I'll loosen this nut. I have to be careful because I have a sore on my finger that's just healing up. Okay, so we'll just see if we can pop it open here. There it goes. There we go, we got it to come off. And we'll take our side cutters here. And we'll just cut off our sharp edge here. And then we'll take and we'll put what's called a this is called an anti-short bushing, and we'll put it in our MC cable like this. And we'll just push it in all the way. Get it down in so it sits in there in the cable nice and flush like this. Then we'll take our connector and we'll just slide it down on here like this. So make sure it's nice and solid and you see your bushing in there. So we'll slide our cable into our box here. Gotta take our ring off here. And I'll tighten that up a little bit afterwards, so I have to go get a green screw for our ground wire. So according to the NEC, you have to put a ground green screw in here to bond your ground wire to the box. Okay, we'll take our cellophane off of the Okay, so we'll make our mark in our green wire so we can put it around our ground screw here. So we'll score it here, and we'll score it up here. And we'll just skin it between our two score marks here. Break it off like that. We'll get our ground wire to go around this green screw here. We'll close our loop, where we always put it around the screw, the direction our screw turns here. Make sure it's nice and tight. So it looks like that there. And now we could probably tap our connector down tight here. Okay, so we're going to put our GFI onto this cover here, so we have to break these little tabbies off here. Let's see if we can get them to come off easily here. Yep, it comes off pretty easy like that here. Okay, so we'll look at the back here and we'll see line and load. So we're going to close our load terminal since we're not going to be hooking any power up to our load wires here. Okay, now we'll make our connections here. We'll shorten our wires up a little bit here. Okay, we'll strip with our number 12 hole. Okay, we'll just check our strip lengths. Okay, that's kind of short. See how that's not going to get up under our terminal all the way, so I'm going to take some more off. I'll just hold it up to our terminal connection. Okay, that one. Okay, that's still slightly long. See the little bit of copper? So we'll just clip a little off here. And we'll match our black one. Perfect. Okay, so Your black wire goes on your brass colored terminal, which is the narrow slot. Your white wire goes on your silver colored screw, which is the wider slot. And if it's a 20 amp, it'll be a T slot. So we'll hook this up, and of course the ground goes down here on our green terminal. Okay, so we'll put our white under our silver colored terminal here like this. Okay, it's nice and tight, and that's what we want. You're allowed to put 2 wires on here, like if you're going to something that does not have to be GFI protected, you can go in the other hole, because it's a pressure plate and not wrapping wires around the screws. And we'll just put our green wire up here under our green terminal here. Make sure it goes under and gets all the way up to the top there. See, I look and see the copper up there at the top. Okay, I'll just get our junk out of there. And our cover will go on like this. And we bought some 832 screws we're going to use here. So we'll use a screw. And we'll put a nut here in the bottom. Well, you know what? You don't get upset. You don't get frustrated. You just grab another one. That's all. You just grab another. Doesn't help to get mad and frustrated. No, it doesn't. So we'll just tighten our screw here. Okay, we'll just make sure it's tight. It's tight. Now we're ready to put this on the wall where we want it here. Okay, now we can use our screw gun and we can screw this on the wall here. There's one. We'll make sure our box is nice and straight here. We'll get another one up here. Well, I'm not getting upset. I'll just let it lay and pick it up when I get it. I'll get one more up top here. I'll put it. Okay, so we'll get a strap on here. We'll put it right here. Okay, so it's nice and straight and coming out of the box here. Okay, now we'll screw our device into our box here. So if you lose a screw, you don't get upset about it. You just pick them up if you find them. And if you can't find them, you just buy more. That's all. You don't get upset. It's not going to change anything. Okay, so we'll stick our outlet, push our outlet back into our box here. So we'll just make sure they all go in nicely. And make sure nothing gets pinched anywhere. Okay, so we'll just look, make sure our screws aren't going to hit any of the wires. See if I can find my other one. If I can't, I can't. So I'll just use the other one. It's so simple. There it is. Make sure it's nice and tight onto our box here. Everything's all, nothing pinched. So now we'll hook up into our box down here. Alrighty, so we're going to hook up into our outlets down below here. Okay, so I just bent this where I'm going to cut it. I just can't squeeze this hard with a sore hand, so I'll just cut it a little bit slower, that's all. You don't get upset. You don't get frustrated. It's not going to change anything. I just can't put any pressure on that finger. There we go. Okay, so we're going to cut it with our tool about right here. So we'll just get it in here like this. Okay, now we can squeeze it, and we'll just turn it like this. My sore finger, I just can't. You can see how that cutter is supposed to be going into that cable, but it just doesn't seem to want to be going in. Okay, it looks... Okay, you can see how it made the mark in there. And you can see how it cuts through the armored cable like that without cutting the wires. So open it up. It's going to be kind of hard to... Sometimes things get tricky, but you don't get upset. You just get it off, that's all. There it goes. And we'll just cut away our sharp edge here. And we'll put our... This is the anti-short bushing we put in. So we'll just put it in like this. There's our connector. If I don't find it, I'll just go grab another one. That's no big deal. Just grab another. It's not here, it's not here. I guess it's not, so we're just getting another one. No need to get upset, no need to get frustrated, doesn't change anything. So let's make sure our cable is in all the way here. We'll tighten it with our Phillips screwdriver here. And we'll take our plastic off here. I don't care about losing stuff anymore. I don't even get frustrated. It's easier just to buy another one. It's always easier to just buy another one, that's all. It doesn't pay to get upset and it doesn't pay to get frustrated. It's not going to help you. You just keep your peace and buy another one. It's better to just keep peaceful. So we're going to cut our live wire off here. This is going to be our live wire here. It on. We'll just turn on the screwdriver here. Okay, so this is our live wire here. And our green screw is a lousy flathead, and I hate flathead screws. Hate them. But we're going to have to pigtail up to it here. And I'm going to just throw this flathead screw away because I hate it. I'm going to get a Phillips. And I'll have to go look for one. Oh, I need wire nuts. I'm not digging through all that to look for the wire nuts. I'm just going to get another one. What I like about the Phillips, it's nice and easy to keep it on your screwdriver and put it in the hole. ground is long enough, we'll just pigtail it here, which is long enough. Let's clip this longer one as a smidgen so it's even. Okay, there's our ground connection. We'll get that in our back here. Okay, we'll get our blacks together here, and we'll go to this screw over here with one of them. Okay, you always put your wire around the screw the direction your screw turns. Put it around the screw the direction the screw turns here. Make sure it's nice and tight, our insulation's not pinched. And now we'll get our whites together here. And we have to pigtail to this one. Because I don't want to take all this apart live. Get our insulation even at the bottom here, like this. And we'll clip it so it's even. And we'll put our wire nut on here, make sure insulation goes up into the bottom of our wire nut. Yeah, make sure all our insulation is even at the bottom, and our copper came out perfectly even at the top here. So we'll put our red wire nut on here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now we got our whites and we gotta get our black wires together here. And we'll take our hot wire here. Okay, we'll just cut them so they're even on the top here. Okay, all three wires are even at the top, and our insulation's even on the bottom here. And I'll make sure our insulation goes up into the bottom of that cap here. Okay, now we can push our devices back into our box here. Fold these wires that they go in without stress. If we have to get an extension, we'll get an extension. We're not going to get upset. You don't get frustrated. It's not going to change anything. Let's see if I can get through it. looks like it's going to fit without getting forced. We'll put it in. Just going to look, make sure there's no wires in the way of that one. No wires in the way of that screw, so I'll just screw it in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's get my flashlight and look. Yeah, that one's not hitting. That one's not hitting. That one's not hitting. Ground wire is down away from everything here. I saw, okay, that one's not hitting. That one's not hitting any wires, and that screw, there's no wires up there, so we can stick our cover back on. Okay, so we'll just stick one more clamp on here to hold our wire in place. Had to use the electric drill because my battery drill got stolen today. Alrighty, so that is how to install a GFI from existing circuit here in the country I was born in. Peace. Thanks for watching.